Hi, I've just come in. I was going to make lunch for the family and we're how many weeks? 4 weeks into this lockdown now and I've almost run out of ideas. And then I thought, let's make some homemade pasta. And just before I started, I thought, do you know what? Why not share this with all of you? Because it's absolutely simple. All I've got here is 100 grams of, I've got strong flour, but you can actually make it with plain flour. 00 flour, pasta flour, any flour pretty much, okay? And I'm going to add 1 egg. So I've got 1 large egg here and 1 small egg. We've got chicken, so we're quite lucky. We've got our own free-range eggs. I've got a small egg just in case 1 isn't enough. But if it isn't enough, you can easily add just a drop of water. So into my flour, I'm going to add 1 free-range egg. Okay, don't know whether you can see that lovely orange yolk there. And all I'm going to do now is mix the whole lot together. Now you can do this on the table. I have classes where I teach loads of children how to make pasta, and they have a great fun making a volcano of flour, adding the egg and mixing using 1 finger until they go round and round and round till it all combines. Now if you find this a little bit dry, you can add a drop of cold water. Or you can add, as I said, just a drop or a small extra egg. So I'm going to go in with my extra egg here since I have it. Wow, that one is even more orange than the first one. If I had 2 cameras now, I'd be able to show you. Right, okay, so we're just going to mix it in. If you want to, I've got some salt here somewhere, just a little sprinkle of salt. But you can always salt the water afterwards, so that's fine. So once the whole lot has come together, I'm rushing here a little bit, just to show you how quick it can actually be. It is so simple, and this is something you can get, I guess, any child from about age 3 up doing this, maybe even 2. I sometimes say that I can teach anybody to cook provided they can sit up and they've got a good adult, an efficient adult with them. Okay, so now then, this has come together. Can I just show you? Can you see that? Okay, not a ball as yet, but I'm going to carry on mixing, trying to get all those bits from around the edge of the bowl. I need a little bit more flour. Here we go. A little bit of flour on the surface just to stop it sticking. And this is quite sticky, but I'd rather it was sticky than too dry, quite honestly. It's much easier to use. Okay, a little bit more flour on top. Let's just scrape that off. And then we can just start, I'm just moving it around in the flour for a second or 2, just to get rid of that extra stickiness. And then it's a matter of using the back, the heel of your hand, and just give it a little knead, taking in as much flour as you need to stop it sticking to everything. So this is a little gentle workout for you before lunch. Build up an appetite. And it's ideal if you can rest this then for about half an hour. Cover it with cling film, rest it for half an hour in the fridge maybe, or it doesn't have to be. It just gives everything a chance to sort of settle down. What we're doing here is now working the gluten in the flour, and that helps everything to stay together. Okay, so even plain flour has about 9% gluten, which is why obviously celiacs can't use it. And that can be enough just to keep everything together. And there you have a ball of pasta. Now I'll be back in a bit to show you what you can do with it. I'm going to fill mine with soft cream cheese and what have I got? Some wilted spinach to make some little tortellini. Right, so I've already shown you how to make the pasta. Now we're going to make the pasta dough. Now we're going to actually make the pasta, the tortellini that we're going to have for lunch. So I've started rolling out my bowl of pasta, and actually I always tell people to rest their doughs. I never do, actually. I'm a bit lazy. Well, I'm not lazy. I never have enough time, so I just get on with it. Okay, so we're going to roll it out, fold it into thirds like that, and then roll it again. This sort of carries on with the kneading process of working the gluten, so you get a nice, good, strong pasta. Okay. If you have one of those fancy pasta machines, you can be passing it through the pasta machine at this point. And what I should have said earlier maybe is that you can actually make the whole pasta in a food processor in about 4 seconds flat. Shove it all in, blitz it a couple of seconds, and once it comes together as a ball of dough, you've got pasta. Okay, but we did it the hand method, and we made dough again probably in less than 4 minutes, so that's not bad. Okay, so here now that we've got our pasta sheet, as it is, of course, it's called lasagna, a pasta sheet, and I haven't got any cutters. I'm in my home kitchen here. My cutters are down in the cookery school, but I've got a glass, okay, and maybe you haven't got cutters, and this is perfectly fine. So I'm just going to cut a little circles with my tumbler. Try and choose a glass or a tumbler with a sharpish, not sharp, but you know what I mean, a narrow edge. If you've got a really old, not old, recycled, glass, the rim can be quite thick, and that doesn't cut through the pasta so easily. So I'm going to cut a few circles. I should get about 6 out of this one, just about, okay. And we can re-roll this but I'm going to move on, and all I'm going to show you now is what I've got here. Some wilted spinach, okay? I need to grab myself a knife. Hold on one sec. I've wilted it in some water, and in fact I can show you, okay, I'm only saving time. I've just got boiling water and some spinach, and I just popped it in a bowl, drained it ever so slightly to get rid of the moisture, and some kitchen oil. You can give it a good squeeze actually, to get rid of the extra moisture, and I'm just chopping it up. If there are some large stalks, you can get rid of those. And posh pasta has ricotta. We don't have ricotta. Who the heck has ricotta when we're in lockdown? But I've got some soft cream cheese, okay? So I'm adding a soft cream cheese. This one happens to be flavoured with garlic and chives, I think. Okay, and that's great. We're going to mix it all together. The problem with soft cream cheese is a little bit more runny than normal ricotta, than ricotta, okay? So it'll be a little bit more tricky. But I'm just going to show. So that's our filling. We've got our little discs. If you want to, you can roll them ever so slightly to make them a bit bigger and easier to handle. I'm going to take a little bit of my spinach and cheese and pop it on, okay? Drop of water around the rim, fold it over and just seal it. So now you've got something that resembles a little pasty, can you see that? And then all we do is bring both ends, I'm going to do it here for you, there's our little pasty, bring both ends round, give it a little pinch, and there you have a little tortellini. Give it a good pinch, in fact, okay, because you want it to hold together in the water. Pop that into salted boiling water, and you will have tortellini in 3 minutes. Once they sort of bob to the surface, they're ready. And the one thing you do need to make sure is that you really don't have any little holes in, or you'll lose the filling into the water. Even if that happens, they still taste delicious. Okay, enjoy your lunch.